Welcome back. We're continuing with guest hosts. These kind folks were good enough to shoot guest host spots for me, to cover for me while I was going to be on vacation. That didn't happen, but I still want to share them with you because they're awesome. Our guest host today has had quite the life journey. When she was a kid, she appeared on Sesame Street, and then she went on to be in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and How Stella Got Her Groove Back, and others. As if that wasn't enough, she went on to graduate with top honors from the Cordon Bleu Culinary Academy and became an executive chef. Not to mention, her Instagram lives are a ton of fun to watch. Please welcome Cicely Sewell Johnson, aka SicilySierra.
A big thanks to Barry as I welcome you to Sandwiches of History. I am Chef SicilySierra and I'm so excited to be here. I'm a professional chef and a culinary instructor, and sandwiches are my jam. Okay, so today we're talking about one of my favorite sandwiches, the Monte Cristo. So the Monte Cristo shows up around 1910 in Paris, and it's an offshoot of this delicious Parisian cafe sandwich called the croque monsieur. Now this sandwich is a little bit different because it mixes sweet and savory kind of vibe. This particular sandwich is crustless bread cooked in clarified butter, and it's just a traditional ham and cheese sandwich. Then it's topped with powdered sugar. Like, we're talking the ultimate sweet and savory dish. So by the time this sandwich resurfaces, it's about 1950, and it's said to have made its way to Southern California very mysteriously. And then in 1960s, it shows up in Southern California as a staple in Disneyland. Let's dig into the sandwich. And here's a few little points I've got as you make it at home on your own. First, what's clarified butter? So clarified butter is butter that's been cooked down at a very low temp, and it separates the milk solids and the water. The game changer is that not only does it taste good, and oftentimes we dip our lobster in it from time to time. Typically when you use butter has a lower smoke point, right? Like, it'll burn very quickly. So allowing your butter to become clarified butter makes it have a higher smoke point, meaning you could fry with it if you wanted to. Then the next step is to build your sandwich and put it together. We have our egg. And the thing I want you to remember when you're whisking your egg is to make it homogeneous. You'll see when we crack the egg, it's the yolk and the white. And so you want to tilt the bowl on the side because it's doing less work for you whisking the egg in your arm. I mean, if you want to work out, fine, but this is not the opportunity to maximize on that. So you want to tilt it on the side, give it a good whisk, back and forth, not necessarily in a circle. You don't want to spread over the life of the bowl because it's just making more work for you. It turns it into this custard style bread that's really magical. And you dip your bread in it very quick. And that's the thing I want you to remember. You want it to sit just enough. You do not want, with this custardy French toast deliciousness that we're making today, you don't want it to oversit in the batter. Once it starts to soak up in the bread, it's hard to get out, and that's what makes it mushy. We want to heat the pan, your clarified butter to the pan. As the pan heats, it will look like it thins out and moves across the pan in a very silky way. It's going to look like it's shimmering, you know, like the ground on a hot day. And that's when you drop it in your pan, gently. And you want to hear the sizzle. If you do not hear the sizzle, immediately take it out, because what's happening is it's absorbing all of the clarified butter, and it's going to be really mushy and liquidy, which is it will allow it to fry it, and that's the goal when you put it in the pan. And you just want to see a little line of color around the bottom as it starts to cook up, and that's when you know that you've got magic in the pan. And that's when you flip it. The other side, it doesn't take long. Grilled in a delicious sandwich. Oh, I almost forgot. Sometimes you're thinking, this is all well and great, but how do I get that cheese pool that I want that's delicious? So let me tell you a little trick. Don't use your ingredients fresh out of the fridge. You want to let them sit for a few minutes and let it come down in temperature, and that will allow for your cheese to be even more melty fast, because there's nothing worse than you putting in all that work and then you crack open that sandwich and that cheese is cold. I totally feel you. So let it come down to room temperature first, and then you don't have to worry. And this is your lesson on the Monte Cristo, and I hope that Barry's having a great vacation. Thank you for letting me hang out for Sandwiches of History. Peace, friends.